Hello everyone, it's Kylie Bertucci, Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia with you, and welcome to another YouTube live. Like that, seriously, where has the week gone? Last night I was like, is tomorrow Friday? What? Where did that go? Blink, and it's a new week. How are you all? I can see all of you commenting. Hi Vicky. And yes, Margie, there is definitely a YouTube tonight. I am a little bit late because I said to Bruno, oh my goodness, we've got the swaps to show them. I was like, what are all the show and tells that I've got for today? And there's quite a few. Look at all this. All our team swaps. And then we've got all of our gorgeous things that we need to show off the new in colours today. We're going to be playing with those. So if you live in Australia, it's a good time to think about joining our In Colour Club because we have some awesome things for you to collect over the next 5 months. So there's still time to sign up and get the Fresh Freezer is going to be the first one this month. I'll get the link for you so that you can check it out. But you get lots of little extra gifts and freebies. So over the period of 5 months, you're going to collect... and I'll get the list of exact things that you're going to get here. But here are all the gorgeous new in colours, and you get to collect all 5 of the cardstock, the ink, the blends, everything that goes with it, which is awesome. I'm going to go over here and then go to, because there's even some embellishments that come with it as well, which is really cool. So I'll just share my screen with you. Actually, I should be able to show you exactly what the sign-up form looks like. Isn't that fun? I love technology sometimes when it decides to work. So I'll just undo that. There we go. So that's our In Colour Club. And you can see here, I'll just zoom in a little bit because my eyes can barely see that. Is that a bit better? Yes. So we can see here that we've got every month you'll receive the classic ink pad, the ink refill, the cardstock, the ribbon, and the blends. You get all colours because they've brought it out in all colours. And then you get these bonus products here, the ombre gift bags, which are in the in colours, the jewels and the shimmer vellum. And then you've also got these free gifts here as well, which is the in colour markers, the flower flourishes, and our monthly tutorials. So you get 2 lots of the monthly tutorials for each month that, well, 5 actually, because you're part of it for 5 months. And the monthly tutorials alone are worth $22. So it's really good value. So you pay $75 and get all of this. Brilliant. So demonstrators are welcome, but we don't do any discounts. And please ask your team leader if they're doing the share, because we want you to go through them first before going through us. Yeah, so fill out the form, and then you'll get, and you have to be in Australia, sorry, but then you'll get all of the extra little goodies that you're wanting for the In Colour Club. Isn't that cool? So we're going to highlight some of those amazing colours today, and I'll just share this link with you all so that you can pin that, and I'll pop it on the page as well. So I'll pin that for now, actually, until... There we go, pin message. I think I've got the right one pinned. So yes, I think that looks right. We'll soon find out. Bruno's on the other end there anyway, so you can fix it. So yeah, that's the In Colour Club. So we're going to play with that today because I actually made this one a little while ago, which you may have seen, using the bleaching technique, which I really love, and the new blends. So this is with Polish Pink, which is another one of the in colours. But today I thought we might play with maybe the Soft Succulent or the Fresh Freezer. So we can sort of play with those 2 colours and see what it looks like using this technique with those colours. Depending on the depth of colour depends, like I think Soft Succulent will probably show up the white, the bleaching better. But fresh freesia will look hot. So, yeah. What other news do I have for you? So we've got all of our amazing team swaps here. Our team are so incredibly talented. But also I had some questions about our swap, and I'll share that with you. Sorry about all the crinkle noise. I'll just show you my swap. So this one was my one. And I had a question, and it's actually really funny. Someone asked, how did I get that strip down the edge? And Britta asked me last night because he saw it as well online, the question. And I was like, I think I was on the phone when I was doing it and I didn't pay attention. So I just want to show you. I'm going to do a little trial and see if I can replicate what I did here. Because someone did ask, they're like, how on earth did you do that strip on the side? I'm trying to work it out in my head. So we can work it out together. I think as I start chopping, maybe it'll remind me how I did it. Anyway, we'll have a look. Don't you love it? My brain. I don't understand how my brain works. So what I'm going to do is also share Bruno's one. I wonder where his one is, if it's in here. I don't think... Oh, it might be in my set, actually. Sorry for the crinkle noise again. Actually, I'll put you on mute. Okay, that's better. Don't you love that? I'm like, I might as well use the features that are here. So Bruno's one's not in that set. I may not have a Bruno one here, but I can show you on my blog post if it's not here, because it's really gorgeous. And it's using the new tree set. Oh, I don't have a Bruno one. Let me go to my blog, kyliebertucci.com. Let's have a look here and check it out. Thanks for all the comments, by the way. Hi, Bruno.
There's a spare one.
Ooh, there is a spare one. I thought I saw it somewhere.
But it's got the ugly...
Oh, yes, Bruno tried it with vellum. I've got the both. I've got it here. See if you can find it for me. Thank you, my love. Here are all the cards. So let me have a look here. This is Bruno's. Yeah. Ah, good. We do have one. Thank you. Just on this one. Bruno's like, where on earth am I putting it in the chaos? Dump and run. So that's Bruno's beautiful one. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's the Beauty of the Earth suite. And we absolutely have fallen in love with that background embossing folder. It is absolutely gorgeous. So as Bruno put here, it's an excellent masculine card. But this could also very much be feminine too, depending on what colour maybe you use on the tree or what colour you put in the background. You could have sort of less neutral colours or more like the Cajun Craze or something like that, one with red tones rather than the brown tones. And here are all of his swaps that we did 10 cards each. And then we've swapped them with our team so that we get 10 different cards. And I did 2 lots, so I ended up with 20 of our team's cards, which is just gorgeous. And I'll show you our team ones. Now, we've also got my one here. And I will show you what I've done here. So there's the 2 different types. Aren't they gorgeous? They look so pretty in those colours. And this is using the hand-penned suite. So the dies are the hand-penned, the designer series paper. This die here is actually from the... did we put it in here? I don't think I added it, but I'm pretty sure that die is from the Tasteful Touches, but I'll have a look and I'll confirm that, because it is just so perfect with this set. I love that sentiment. So let's jump back and I shall show you here some of the Crazy Crafters amazing cards because that will be shown on our blog as well. And if you wanted to take part in our next swap, you can. You just have to join our team. Easy. So, yeah, we're all crazy. And I'm crazy. Yeah, that's why our team's the Crazy Crafters. You got to be a little bit crazy to be part of our team. So here we have, and I don't know all of the names of these brand new stamps, but fortunately this one here has a swap recipe. This is Tracy. She's done Etched in Nature and used those look gorgeous tone on tone with the fresh freesia and the new in color ribbon. So we're seeing that in color ribbon in use, which is awesome. Oh, look at you, these team members. I'm so proud of them. This is Amanda Shields. She's, because I've got another recipe here for me. Help. So she's actually used all of the different in colors, which are a great way to introduce the in colors. Very clever. And this is the Flowers of Friendship, and she's used the punch with that as well. Gorgeous. What else have we got here? I'll just highlight a few of these, and then we can have a look on our blog. Oh, this one's pretty. So this one was Megan Lecornu, and she's used that beautiful pansy patch designer series paper. And I think, yes, so it's all different strips, which is a great way to do Love It, Chop It. And then you've still got your sentiment there, but it just really is stepped up having those different panels. Very, very clever, Megan. I like that way that you've used Love It, Chop It. And the sentiment, oh, so pretty with that flower. What else? Oh, this one was a really nice one. This is a hand-penned one, but using the note card. So you can do Love It, Chop It with your note cards, which is a great one for if you're new to stamping. Fantastic way to get started. Get some note cards, get some designer series paper, and then make sure you have a sentiment stamp set, and you're on your way. Yes. Oh, open the Megan Lecornu card. Okay, let's have a look here. Thank you, Bruno. Here we go. I won't look because I haven't opened it yet. Ah, is it this one? Oh, this is Caitlin. I was like, was there meant to be something in there? I thought there was something happening with Megan Lecornu's card because it felt bulky. It's this one with the pansy. You ready? Oh! My mind is blown. Megan Lecornu! I'm without speech. How gorgeous is that? And then the little pot, as you're opening it, that little pot and the flowers are all popping out. Oh, I love that. I think we need to do that one day because she stuck it to the paper. That is really, and then it goes flat as you close. That is so cool. Gorgeous. I know. I love it. Love it. Love it. That's so amazing. Thanks, Bruno. No. Let's do it one more time. Just because it's so pretty. How excited would you be when you open your card and that comes out? Megan Lecornu. Bravo. So proud of you. What a swap. What a swap. So that's brilliant. But there's lots more coming on our blog. Ready? All of those. So look out for all of them. And yes, Bruno, I'm putting them back in their little pockets with the recipe. Although he's already done all the hard work, which is nice. Because he's amazing. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Excellent. I'm going to pop these over this side so I don't end up with a cascading event of all of these swaps. They're happy over there. Oh, look what I found. This is going to help me work out what I did here. I love it when when I don't put things away, when there's like scrap all over my desk, because it'll end up helping me work out how I did the card. How did I do that? So let me just flip to the downside of our screen, and I actually have some of them here of what I used, so this might help us work out what I did. So I'm pretty sure there was one piece that I just kept chopping, like you can see here. Oh yes, that wasn't the piece that was attached, but anyway, I knew I did it the Poppy Parade size. Oh, I think I know what I did. Yes, I think it's coming to me. So I'm pretty sure what I did was I chopped it down, not the Poppy Parade size, but the next level down, because the Poppy Parade was the white, this basic white, and then the next layer is our Flirty. Yes. Actually, that doesn't look like the right size, but I'm pretty sure that's what I ended up doing. Oh no, maybe it's this one. I think it could be this one actually. Yes. So that, and then the card base was my usual card base, which is either the Gorgeous Grape or the Calypso Coral, whatever way you like it to open. Whatever card base you like, you can have that. And then what I did, so once I chopped this down to the Melon Mambo size, yes, you can see that. I think this one's still the Poppy Parade cut, but if you cut it down to the Melon Mambo size, then what you're left with is this piece that you can go inside here, and you can just take off another layer. See how I've got the Whisper White showing? That's just the piece underneath that I've got showing. So you just chop that slightly in, and then you have this piece left over here. So with this one here, because it was a bit skewy, you can have some facing down that way and some facing the other way. Depending on how you place it, means that you can use both sides. Isn't that cool? Choppy chop chop. So it's just like diagonal pieces, but making sure that I cut it from, like, chop it this size first, and then do your diagonal cuts with these pieces here. And I think I just used like one edge, because is it the back? Yeah, it's actually the back of it. So then I knew that that was going to match up, because I chopped it from the same piece of paper, which was really easy and cool. So I think this one here, the purple, yeah, I just used the back piece. So this one here, I would just do, well, let's try it now, just so you can see how beautiful this paper is, because it's kind of like the back coordinates with the front. So you're just gonna, like, I didn't really measure it, just eyeballed it. Did the strip. Then you can come in a little bit more to create the next piece, the next strip, and then you flip it over. And you've got your piece there. Oh, that one's actually a bit strange. So maybe, I did two. That's right. Brenna did say that to me. If you do two, then it will. Yes. It's all coming back to me now. So because this piece is not going to match with that piece, and we want to use it, you could do it like that, but we want to use the piece. We don't want to waste it. So I'll just do a little bit here, a bit of surgery. But if you do these two together and back to front, hopefully this should work. I must have been on a very deep conversation with my friend, because I cannot remember what I did here. I was just like, la la la. Oh yeah, that's done it. You're right, Bruno. You're right. You're amazing. And that's how it's done, peeps. Because I got a few questions about that. They're like, how did you do this? Please tell. There you go. So 2 pieces, back to front, and then you have 2 gorgeous cards, and you've used both. And someone just said, what's the strip measurement, the width for this strip? Eyeball. It's like, wing it. Just wing it. Just look at it and go, yeah, that looks really crooked. That looks like my normal cutting before I adjust. And then, but if you really, 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 really want to know, it's like 3/4 of an inch or 2 centimeters is the largest bit. Yeah. Isn't that pretty? It's such pretty paper. So pretty. And you've chopped enough paper for 40 cards, Charlotte. Good job. Yeah, I love me some Love It Chopper too. So you can do this exact same one that I've got here, exact same style, and then just, use the pale papaya as your background piece, because that seems to be the hero of this paper, and have your whisper white, and then layer it all. And look how beautiful that is. Oh, thank you, Stamping Up. You make us look like a genius. You really do. Because the paper's just all matching and so pretty. And then you can do the pale papaya sentiment. And a little trick for you, if you're embossing on a lighter colour, you can actually come in with some sponging and just really get that sentiment to pop off the page. And play around with the colour that you want. And I went for basic black because I really wanted it to pop against the background. I tried a few different colours and it just didn't do anything for me, and it sort of disappeared into that gorgeous paper. But yeah, play around with what colour you want. And this die is actually part of the hand-penned collection. So I hope that helps. Seriously, Brenna's like, how did you do this? I'm like, I don't even remember. But anyway, he came up with the solution. Flip them like this. So 2 pieces that you've done in Love It Chopit style. And if you can, even chop them down to if you want the layer in the background, chop them down to the melon mambo size. And then chop them both together. And there you have it. You've got 2 card fronts with this cool little diagonal piece attached. And you could even use it like that. You could do mainly just do a hint of the beautiful floral paper and mainly plain. Yeah, mix and match, whatever you prefer. So there you go. That's that one. Now, I have been really, really wanting to do this for quite some time, but I want to show you how to do. Look at all this. I'm like, oh, good, I found all the scraps. Now I might be able to work out what I did. What did I do when I was on that telephone call that was clearly taking all of my brain power? There we go. So I'm going to have a bit of a play. Put our card templates away. Oh no, we need it for this one actually. I'm going to have a bit of a play with this one. All this paper. And instead of using this is the host stamp set, the Princess and the Prince. But instead of using that one, I think we're going to play with, let's play with the hand penned because it's a really good colouring in one. I don't know if it's called, hand penned. Oh no, that's the different one. Let's have a look in the cattle dog. The cattle dog is the dog that gets the cattle. Have you got our new annual catalogue? If you haven't got one yet, please let us know. If you live in Australia, let us know. You can order one from us. Just reach out, contact us, and we can get it sent to you. Sappy, had sappy, sad sappy, sad happy. I always try to look, and I was like, just go to the table of contents, Kylie. It has all of the sweets and the page number there. So the hand penned is page 104 and 105. I almost had to put my glasses on then. I've got them here, just in case. I've got my eyes here. Oh, it is called hand pen petals, so it means I haven't put it away. It means it's sitting on the table over here somewhere. I'm going to have to go on a discovery. Here we go. We're going through the wilderness, people. We're going through... Oh, no, it doesn't look like it's here. Maybe I didn't look properly. Hand penned. Hand pen. Oh, where's that little hand pen gone? No. It has gone for a serious walkabout. Yeah, it's definitely hand pen petals. Over here I've got the one that I used last time, so we can always revert to that if we don't find hand penned. But I know it's here underneath all of the chaos. No. I wonder if Bruno got to have a play with it. Oh, he called out. What was that, Bruno Bertucci? Bruno knows something. I know he knows something. He always knows. He's like so onto it. What would I do without my Bruno? Hi!
Hi.
What do you know that I don't know?
Remember, it's in 2 levels.
Oh, that's why. See? My organizer knows everything. I love how he comes in instant. I thought the bottom row was all the retired stuff. It's changed. It's changed and I didn't get the memo. So, hand penned. We're going to have a play with that, which I think will look gorgeous with this technique. Well, we'll soon find out anyway, won't we? I have not done this card. I have not practiced it. You know what I'm like. Oh, dear. Kylie. But some of you email me and you're like, thank you so much for being you because you make me feel normal. So hopefully I help you feel normal. So I'm about to get into some crafting, which means pull out your crafting, peeps, or your love it, chop it, if you want something that you don't have to think. Get some paper out, do some chopping. And we can do a bit of a play with this set. I'm going to have some coffee and then we're like into it. I'm very excited about this card. Oh, Kathy's been chopping her DSP on holiday. Go, Kathy. Okay, what have we got here? So the first layer I'm going to do is the card base. I think we'll do basic black because that will look really hot. Although, I'm going to leave the base. We'll work out the base once we've done the front piece because then that will tell me exactly what I'm vibing. We do need to have, I think I'm going to do the, I don't want the melon mambo size. I think I'm going to do the other one that we had before. There it is. I'm like, cool, where did I put my card template? So I think we had flirty, flamingo maybe. Let's have a look a bit of flirty. Yeah, I like that one. Although that one's a bit too close, I think. Yeah. Let's do flirty. Is there any other ones that are closer? I think that's the closest one. If you don't know what I'm playing with here, these are my card templates, which help me to work out my layers, which helps me to not have to use my brain because I hate maths. I really hate maths. So then once I work out my layers, as you can see here, let's just do this on top and then I'll know exactly what each layer is. Ooh, I see what I've done. I'm like, what did I do here? I think I did that with the melon. Yes, I did. And that gives more of a border then. Yes, I like that layer. That's actually a really good one. Mambo and Flirty. And it gives you like more of a border with your background. Just brings it in a bit more. I like it. I really like it. So Poppy can go back in, and then you have your card base. I'll just pop it up actually for you, the card template tutorial. So basically you can use these different ways. You can use them as a translator. If you make card tutorials, they're really handy for translating. But they're also really good for beginners when you don't understand how to use your cardstock and get the most out of it. They're also a real life card sketch because you can look at a stamp set and work out what size is going to be the appropriate layer for it. So it's really, I use them all the time. Every time I create, I use my card templates. They're just my go-to. So I'm going to do someone said fresh freesia, but let's do both. So I'm going to choppy our soft succulent, and it's going to be the Flirty Flamingo size. So I'm going to do the largest one first, because then I can keep this piece and pop it in my to be used later cello bag. So they get both bagged and put in a little container. Jessie could not believe, she's like, oh, have you kept up with putting your scraps away? She thought that was going to be a big disaster. But I showed her, I did a FaceTime and I showed her that I've been a very good girl. I've been putting things away. Unless Bruno's been doing it and not telling me. Actually, that probably is true. Thanks, Bruno. You've been putting them away for me, thanks. He probably comes in filing all my cardstock for me. Oh, I'm so happy you use the card templates daily, Tammy. They're so handy. Yeah, no waste. We don't want any waste, Lena. Hi, Tam. Good to see you. So we've got our little layers here, which is good. And this is actually a good one to do with a few. You can do a few all at once. So I'm going to do both of these at once. And good. We can cut out our whisper white afterwards. So I'm just going to get some grid paper here to stamp on, because I love my grid paper, especially my mini grid. It's so handy. And I'm going to we can use each different hand-penned stamp because they're both very different to one another, but we're going to repeat the stamping. And get my block here. My blocks are so dirty. Look at this. Well used. Grubby blocks are the signs of a well-used block. So let's do one on here. You could even do a mix of both. You could even mix them up. And we've got our Memento ink here. Now, when you're doing these type of background stamps, the one thing you want to keep in mind is staying close when you're stamping is, and I'll get my Stampin' Pierce mat, because this is polymer, it's important to have like a base to stamp on. Just gives it a bit more of an even stamp when you use the Stampin' Pierce mat, because the rubber stamps have like a little cushion to it, but this needs a bit more. What do I use to clean my blocks? I'm very confused by that question, Carrie. That's like assuming that I clean them. No, baby wipes. And the mist, Stampin' scrub mist is really good too. Do you like that? What? I don't clean my box. What? Do people clean their box? So, what you can do is you can actually start from the middle if you want to. So, like if you really want to, create, because then you can come in to each side. But never stamp, and then you're left with like, it doesn't fit. You don't want to block yourself in when you're doing background stamps. But anyway, we'll start from the bottom on this one, and then we can layer our way up. And what you want to do is keep twisting so it sort of creates interest. You don't want to have it going the same direction with the same patterns. You want to create this idea of almost being like a different stamp set in each place. So see how I'm trying to maneuver my stamp so that it fits in nicely. See here how it's like sitting in there nicely, or you can even come, you just keep sort of twisting and turning until it's like this sitting in there really nicely, not overlapping, not too close, but also not too far. And it just creates this beautiful seamless background that looks, it doesn't have this look as though you have stamped that image a number of times. It could almost look like a background stamp to someone who doesn't know. Oh, hand sanitizer and a gel and a cloth. I like that idea, Tammy. Yes. You've used the Stays-On cleaner, but it's messy yet because it's quite oily, the Stays-On cleaner. Yeah. You'd almost have to clean it again afterwards because this, yeah, it's oil-based, I think, the Stays-On cleaner. And again, we can just do a flippy flip here to see where it, oh, yeah, that looks, and you'll vibe it. You'll be like, yeah, that looks really good. It looks like it belongs there. Isn't that gorgeous? Even that on its own is so pretty. We haven't even coloured yet. Now we'll do some stamping on this one, and this one might be a little bit more challenging to get a different image. But we'll have a play. We're up for the challenge, aren't we? Because it is a stemmed flower, and you can't necessarily go upside down with a stem flower because that would look a little bit unusual. So you're sort of just twisting this to highlight different areas. Now what you could do, and no one would really know, is just use like the flower side, like this bit here. So, and even if this is showing, it wouldn't really show up. But if we twist enough, we're going to get a beautiful look that still has a lot of interest, even though it's a flower in the same direction. This layer, next layer is going to be the challenging bit to make it look good. So let's have a look. We can always, because you don't want it to sort of go in the same direction either. Ooh. Yeah, you want to come in here because you can always come in on the edges, but your middle piece here is really important. You don't want to leave that. There we go. Because if you come in the edges, again, you're blocking yourself because then you're like, oh no, what do I do in the middle there? Yeah, you can't use Daz-On on polymer. That's not a good idea. The only thing to use on polymer is water. It's easy to remember. Polymer is sensitive. It's a sensitive soul. I love sensitive peeps. Don't let anyone ever throw sensitivity at you like it's a failure. It's a beautiful quality. It means you have empathy, which means you are a caring, loving person. So that's going to be my new thing now when people are like, you're so sensitive. And I'm like, thank you. It means I care about people. That means I actually care how people feel. and I'm a kind soul, so a sensitive soul. Now this one here is a little bit tricky, but we can work it out. Because see how it's kind of blocked our little section in here. But what I can do, maybe even these leaves. Ooh, almost inked there. See this? This is cool. So we can use these leaves. We just got to be careful of the stems over here. These leaves, and no one will know that this is actually upside down, but it's just getting into this little space over here. So you get quite inventive with your little background. Because see, no one will know that that's part of the flower upside down, except for you guys. And then, because this flower's pointing in this direction, I'm going to try and come in, or what I could even do is come in with this flower so that it really changes things up. I'll just make sure that's, yep. Because that flower, it's not going to matter if that's sort of on the edge there. See? And it just creates this different look, like it doesn't look like it's the same flower being repeated constantly. And then this one, let's see how this is going to fit in. Yeah, I like that. Because this is going to cover both sections. Good. Super pretty. So see how we did lots of twisting, and it feels like it's complicated, but it really is just getting that space right, because you don't want too much space in between, but you don't want them too close either. You don't want them overlapping with one another. So it's just that twisting and adjusting so that you can do this really cool background piece. I've got my chamois here. So I can do an instant clean, although we're going to be doing inside out card too with this, so, but no harm done. I'll keep them on their block though. You can stay on there for now, you two. And where am I going to put them? Be aware of where you put them, Kylie. If I ask you later, it's next to my iPad. Okay, so now let's do some colouring. Yee! Fun! We've done stamping. Now we're on to colouring. So this is a really simple card. You know that all of our cards are pretty simple, but have this look as though they're complicated. Well, I don't know, maybe they don't, but hopefully they look simple too. But I think that's the fun bit about stamping, is you can do a really cool card without having to take hours and hours and hours to do them. And this one's a great one to replicate a few times too. So what we can do now, we've got all of these beautiful blends in all of the colours, all of the in colours. And what's fun about the soft succulent is we can actually play with this and add even the new one, the evening evergreen as well, for another layer of colour on there. So let's do that. Evening evergreen and the soft succulent. So we've got 4 colours that we can use there. And I think for this one, for the bleaching technique on here, I'll probably still do the leaves. I really like the leaves. Oh, although it will be nice to have the flowers. Yeah, actually, let's do the flowers in bleaching on here, because we could actually even bring in another colour. That would be a bit cool, wouldn't it? Let's have a little play of that little idea, because we can recolour it. That's a bit... Kylie, what are you telling us here? Let's do that. This one we'll do the leaves, and then we'll see if we recolour. So what I've done, and be very, very careful, but I have a little container here of bleach, not a lot. And you could use your aqua painters, but I actually prefer to use my blender pens because I feel like I have more control. And I checked my blender pen, it didn't wreck it. But these are so reasonably priced that even if you had to buy a new blender pen or just use a blender pen for bleach only, then yeah, all good. You can do that. So let's have a little play, and I'll show you what we can do here. I'll pull out one of these so we're all ready with our colouring. So first things first, I'm a realist, and I might even be able to bring in some of the, ooh, this is going to be fun. So let's start with the light, and then we can have a play and see what it looks like, because you can't take off dark, but you can. Ooh, yes, this is the light. Wow. So what I'll do actually is come in with some dark around the edges, because this is going to show up really nicely on here. So pretty. So you can bring in some dark just for, you know, beautiful blending, even though it's like colour on colour. It has and yeah, I might do these. We'll do the little ones different. We'll try the polished pink and see what it looks like. I might test it first. What have I got? No, we'll just do it. If it doesn't look good, oh well, we learnt a lesson. don't do polished pink on fresh freesia. We'll learn a lesson, but we'll check it out. I'll just do my fresh freesia pieces first. Get all these bigger flowers all happy. There's no real rhyme or reason to where I'm going, just the edges really, and where they've got the lines. I think it's nice having those there. Oh, I love colouring. Oh, calm, happy. I'm not saying that you will get the same calmness when you create, but I feel calm. I'm not endorsing, I'm not saying you'll feel this way. Yeah, I love a bit of tone on tone. Okay, good. Then we'll come in with our light and blend this all in. And these are the sort of stamps, because they don't necessarily like close all the way, it can be quite abstract, your colouring. You can leave sort of pieces missing, which I think adds to the sort of artistic look to it. And the blend's cool. So glad they've got them in colour. Oh, the best. And if you haven't played with the blends before, just maybe get one pack and have a play, but you'll just be so amazed. And having them in the ink, like the Stampin' Up colours, is so cool. Because then you can colour, like I've seen people colour ribbon, you can colour the embellishments, like you can just like use the blends to match your beautiful work. And it's so fun. I'm not being fussy at all here. I'm not even coming back over the previous, like not even blending really. I like the sort of leaving the bits blank. So already that's looking gorgeous, because it's just this really beautiful, subtle, extra colour. And sometimes we forget that we can stamp on coloured cardstock and then use our blends to colour again. So pretty. Now, what I'm going to do is test out, because I'm scared that it's going to ruin it because it's looking so pretty. But let's test out on this blank piece here what the polished pink will look like. So, oh, yes. Love, because it still has that really pretty colour. In fact, that's gorgeous. It's muted tone, but it's really pretty. So with this one, you can just come in with the light first and then come in with dark, but I'm just not colouring the whole thing, trying to leave, which looks easy, but it's really hard to hold yourself back from colouring in the whole thing. You're like, hold back, leave a little bit of white space. Because it just has that beautiful look to it then. And then if we come in here with our darker colour, it just adds that extra layer of yumminess. You don't have to add it everywhere, but it's just this textural look to it when you add in the next colour as well. This has that really simple, but you can just see that this gorgeous extra tone there, and you don't have to do it, but it kind of goes from flat to elevated. Like, has this real look of depth to it then. So yeah, it's fun to just test it out. And I'm not confident with colouring, but it's amazing how the more you use something, the more you do it, the more confident you'll get. This is something that, like, if you're going on holidays, you could stamp a lot of these backgrounds, and it wouldn't even matter if you're driving. No, maybe it would matter. But it's a good thing to do, just to, sit by the beach or sit somewhere and just do some colouring out in nature. Because it's hard to know what to pack when you're going away somewhere, or if you're in a caravan or something like that. What can I bring with me that will be productive and enjoyable? So stamping a whole lot of these backgrounds would be a lot of fun. So pretty. I love the polished pink on there. Do you like that? It looks confident to me. Nah, I'm just winging it. Eyeballing and winging it. So now let's do our bleaching. So we're going to grab our blender pen, not the blends, but blender pen. And we're going to dip it into our bleach. Now, the really interesting thing with this is when you first come on, you're like, this is not doing a thing. I don't think this is even working. But watch this space, people. Takes time, but it does start to strip the colour out. Okay, can we see what's happening over here now? So it's very subtle on here because this is a light colour to begin with. It's not going to make a huge impact, but you'll probably see it more on the soft succulent than you will on these lighter colours. So much fun. I think that's all of them. So let's have a little look at that. So it's actually quite interesting because it's on the fresh freezer. It's almost got, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's almost like a tone of like a little blue. And yes, I coloured over the veins, and it hasn't pulled out that colour. I was wondering if it was going to pull out the ink, but it hasn't. It's bleach. Yes, actual bleach. So be very careful. Don't get it on your clothes because it will discolour your clothes. Yes. So it's almost brought in like a blue tone, which is really interesting how that's coloured it. But I'll show you on the soft succulent the difference between the two. So on here we decided we'll try it with the flower because the leaves are actually green. So I do want to bring in my greens. So let's do it with this flower here and see the difference. This is cool. Look at this. It's going yellow. What? What's happening here? Can you see this, people? This is going yellow. Wow. Love it. This is perfect. I don't know if it's because I had other stuff in here or whether this is what all of you will. I'll be fascinated to hear what colour, like whether it strips the colour for you guys or whether you get the yellow too. This is super random. Like really, really random. Let's do this one too because this will look hot. And this one could actually be this type of flower, now that I'm doing this, would probably be really good with the aqua painters or the water painters because it would hold a lot of this. Like you wouldn't have to go in as much. In fact, you could even put it into your... I probably wouldn't put it in my aqua painter only because, yeah, when you're pouring it, it could get a little bit crazy. Let's just test it here. I've got water. But yeah, it's going to soak it up a little bit more. But just probably be careful because, yeah, it's actually quite good doing it with the water painter. Just another option for you. Ooh, forgot to dip off. But it's going to be fine. You can dry. You're doing less dipping. But if you want like a finer looking, like you look at these leaves, for me it was like, oh, I have to use the blender. There you go, because the base of the green is yellow. So the blue bleaches and brings out the yellow. Huh. I wonder if the blender pen. Yeah. Well, there you go. We've tested that, Bruno. It's definitely not just the blender pen. It's the brush too. But that's a perfect explanation that you have the yellow underneath. So it's a really, really cool technique. I had no idea it was going to do this. This is literally what crafting is all about. It's like just discovery and willing to try things that, you don't know whether they're going to work or not, but that's okay. Because guess what? They might actually surprise you and work really well, like what it's done today. I'm super excited by this. This looks so gorgeous. And then I'm going to come in and do these leaves. Really, really pretty. Unbelievable. Without speech. Okay, so let's do the cool leaves. So I've got the evening evergreen here, and that can be my veins of the leaves, just to bring in some depths of colour, maybe even along the edge here a bit. And that's just going to bring some depths of colour. Okay, that looks good. So pretty. Oh, even that on its own. Oops, I just moved it over. I rolled it in. Quick! Abort! 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 Actually, still looks really nice. So, look at this, people. Like, I even like it like this without it coloured in. Do you think I should colour? Or leave it just with the veins? It's really pretty. It's like I don't want to change it. I'm going to do one over here. I'll do one in the corner here. Maybe I can do some coloured and some not. This is the light succulent. So it's actually interesting. Like, this is the evening evergreen on top, but the light succulent is quite dark. Oh, it does look pretty. Yeah, I think I'm going to colour it all the way. Now, these stems are perfect with your, this is why we have the two sides to our markers, because you want to come in there and give that a beautiful look. Oh, that looks amazing. Yeah, I'm going to colour. So pretty. I know I was going to leave it, but now I really like it. Look at that. I didn't think it could get any better. But if you want to leave it with just veins, go for it. Yes, they're really pretty. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. I hope you can just see how spectacular this card looks. Like, it's just crazy how cool this is. And I had no idea that the bleach would bring out different colours on different paper. Like, no idea that this would go yellow. It's so good. I want to find out what other colours will pop out of other colours now. What will pop out of pale papaya? Will it suddenly go blue? No. Turn red? I think the pale papaya actually would go, white. Wow, wow, wow. I'll just do these stems. My mind is blown. I'm with that speech here. Yes. 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 Unbelievable. Isn't it gorgeous with the yellow? I can't believe that that's what Bleaching did. I cannot. I'm with that speech. I cannot believe. And those leaves look so pretty. Crafting through chemistry. No, I don't think that alcohol does anything. Yeah, it's only bleached. I missed a spot. Where did I miss a spot? Tell me where. Oh, I'm so happy. There is a little bit up here that I could probably do. The yellow. The bleaching up there. Is that the spot? This is a bit sad that there's this drip, but it's actually fine. How exciting. Are you excited? I just cannot believe this. The vibrancy of this is just unbelievable. Wow, wow, wow. So let's layer. And we can add a sentiment as well. You all happy with that? I just can't believe it. I'm like, what is going on here? So what I'm actually thinking with this one is popping it on some of the evening evergreen. How hot is that going to look? Ugh, so good. And then I don't know what layer to use in between, whether to use... Let's have a look at a bit of pale papaya in between. Oops, there goes the lid to my... Even that's quite nice with the pale papaya in between. But we could even use... I could go for Whisper White, or I could even use the maybe So Saffron in between. Let's have a look at So Saffron. But I love it on this. Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Do a layer of the So Saffron and then the Evening Evergreen. Done, sold. Lock it in. So let's get our little trimmer. Moving the bleach way over here, Bruno. The bleach is way away from me. You proud of me, Bruno? So, choppy chop. And we want the So Saffron. What color? What layers did we decide again? Look at me. Where did I put my layers? There they are. Found them, everyone. So we did the Floaty Flamingo for the actual card. So we're doing the Melon Mambo size for the next layer. So that's going to be... It's different in every country because we've all got different cardstock. Hence why I'm not saying numbers, and hence why you can go and get your one. So that then it's not confusing. Oh, wow. Look at that. And then I think we're going to do Evening Evergreen as the sentiment on there. Okay, so that one's happy. Now with this one, why don't we do, let's have a look at the polished pink. And we could do some, I don't know if I grabbed it, but, oh yes, here it is. So I'm thinking, or actually, layered like that. Yeah, I think I do like that. Let's test it. Because I could always do, let's try this. So, what do I need? What size? That one there. This is the Melon Mambo size. We'll test this out here. What do you reckon, peeps? Do you like that? The polished pink. The only other colour that I could use if we wanted to be a little bit more neutral would be some basic white. Saved myself. Some basic white. Let's try that one. I'll just chop some of this down because that's what it's going to look like on the... I think I like having the colour. The only other colour I was thinking was actually doing the Fresh Freesia on Fresh Freesia. So it's like a... Yeah, actually I really like that. Let's do a border of that and see what that looks like. All of this will get used even if I don't use it for this. So I like to visualise. I like to see it. Look at my big face in your way. Sorry, everyone. I'm very excited. Can you tell? I'm in craft mode. Can you hear the dogs? That's the neighbour's dog. What did Bruno say? Can you hear the dog barking? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm in totes craft mode. Oh, yeah. I love it with the tone on tone. Maybe we can check that out with the other one too. We'll put soft succulent behind and we can decide what we like better. I had some soft succulent chopped here. Let's not chop into another one. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Because it's nice having the other colour, but I do like it being, it looks more elegant, I think, with the same colour. So I'm chopping at the Melon Mambo size. Just reminding myself of what I'm doing here. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh! I'll puff it. Chop it. So, this just, I don't know, it has like a little bit more of an elegant look to me. Yes, I do love the tone on tone as well. Because, like, it's great bringing in the cut, but it's already got the colour. So it's like it doesn't necessarily need... I mean, both of them look great. But it just has a different feel to it, the tone on tone. So whatever you prefer, you go for it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And what we can do, which I like doing with these sort of layers, I won't do it on this, but you can actually sponge it around the edge just to make it pop even more on the tone on tone. Oh, beautiful. So let's layer those. I'm very happy with what we've worked out together. Thank you all for your very hard work helping me. Oh, everyone likes the yellow. Oh, Britta likes the yellow. Okay. Just folding the card bases in half here. Oh, everyone's saying put the saffron on. All right, let's do the saffron. The saffron wins. It's popping out for a party, hey? I love it. Good. Thank you, everyone. That's staying there. And what did we decide on this? What did we decide? Polished pink or tone on tone? There's the polished pink or tone on tone. Take your votes. Tone on tone, polished pink. I'll stick this one down because we've locked this one in. Kylie doing Kylie. Yeah, I do it my way. No, I actually listen to you all today. I'm actually reading the comments today. Oh, need more Tombow. Oh no, do we have Tombow? We're getting very short here. There's only 5 bottles left. What's going on here? Oh, we've got pink. Oh, yep, polished pink. Oh, one tone on tone. Polished pink, polished pink. I think the pink's won. Done. Sold. You have chosen your own adventure. That's cool. Ooh, the white layer with the polished. Well, sorry, Bruno, you don't get... That was not one of the options, Bruno. Pretty. I cannot get over this yellow. It's like, what's happened here? It's so not what I was expecting. So I use Tombow glue or the green glue because then I can do the wobble wobble. In case you're wondering why I use that. So Bruno was saying the Whisper white, but yeah, I think the polished pink. I do like this, but there's no white. Like if this was maybe not as blue, I do like. I think I'm going for polished pink. Yeah. Polished pink. Polished pink one. Yay! There we go. Wow. Look at those. So amazeballs. Now, what we're going to do, look at me, I'm like, where did I put my stamp set? Yeah, the white is nice, yeah. No white pink. Well, we're all going to recreate these cards, aren't we? Is everyone doing the same cards but changing up the colours? I really want to test like pale papaya though and see what colour. Oh, hello. Let's see what the what colour it makes it go. I'll do it in the corner here. Just out of curiosity. Now it's like curiosity killed the cat. Let me go get some. That's right, I took it away. All right, lock it in. What colour is it going to be? What colour is it going to go? And what about our other one, which is the Evening Evergreen? I think this has actually gone yellow, which is random. And I think the Evening Evergreen is going to go yellow as well. And not a very bright yellow, so maybe it's changing. Anyway, that's interesting. They've got both the yellow base to it. Can you see it there? It's slowly... But I think the Soft Succulent is definitely a winner. Like, that's a really, really beautiful yellow. This one's sort of more muted, and it disappears in the background. And then the polished pink you saw went white. There you go. Yeah, yellow. Orange is a mixture of yellow and red. Yep, so it's gone yellow as well. Okay, putting this back. And I'm even taking the bleach off and putting these tissues in the bin because this is dangerous, this bleach. You do not want children, animals, no one, human beings going near this, so be very careful. Warning, warning, warning. Oh yeah, it's gone very yellow now. So it actually would look really pretty. But because it's so dark, you can't really see the stamping on this one. So that's why I went for the Soft Succulent. There you go. Good. Now, sentiments. So if we get our... Where did I put my stamp set? You around there? You under here? Oh, here we are. Found you. And I'll pick some sentiments from this set that we can use. It might end up with the same one. Oh, yeah, these two. Oh, there's even Feel Better Friend. We've got some friends that aren't well at the moment too. What would that look like? Oh, that's really sweet. I'll have to think of a die that I can use. And then I might do the thanks because I really like that. So that's the... And there's a really cute congratulations there as well. Now, this one I'm going to do Evening Evergreen. And this one I might do Basic Black. Done. Scored. So we've got our pieces here. And I think I'll do the Feel Better Soon on that one and then the thanks on that one. That one's not so dirty. The other one, however, oh, I found an alright one. Look at this one. It's got gold shimmer paint on it. Now, don't be afraid of embossing. I know a lot of us are, but it's really fun to do. I've got a shipment of these embossing powder buddies coming soon. So if you're needing one and you live in Australia, watch this space. And she's trying to formulate it so it's not as powdery, which is fine because it's just, yeah, I think it's like baby powder. And then we need the Versamark. Feel Better Soon. I think it should be all right without the... I'm going to leave a bit of space because depending on what dye I decide to use or punch to punch it out. I've got some space there to cut around it. And thanks. Oops, did that double stamp? Just in case, we'll do it again. Just in case. And what's actually really good to do is, and I want to do it because the many messages has taught me this, is that it's good to do a whole lot of sentiment stamping and then have your sentiments like in with the stamp set. And you can actually have it all there ready to go, which is really cool. Then when you need it, you just pull it out. Just making sure that I get my basic white. I really want to get, I think I'm up due for another, oh, that's shimmer. What's this one here? I think this is my new white. Yes, good. Because the other one here's got so many bits and pieces in it. Now I'm just doing it on my grid paper today so that I can show you how to use it on here. Just to keep things really simple. So pour it over the top. Give it a bit of a flick. Glad we did the second one because look at that. So hopefully that gives us enough room to chop it out. If not, we might have to do another one, but that's okay. I'll do one underneath just in case. Easy peasy. Because I don't think that's going to be enough room. Do it down here, right in the middle. Good. Because it's so annoying when you go to chop it out and you're like, hey, it's in the wrong spot. I can't get to it. I might just stamp that one again. It doesn't look. Oh yeah, that's it. No, I'll do another one. And I will use the, sorry about my squeaky chair. It's due for another spray. Hopefully you're all crafting along today. What are you all working on? That's better. It really does make a difference when you use the Stampin' Pierce mat. We'll see the difference here. See the crisp finish. Oh, so Karen makes a stamp pad of bleach with a paper towel folded in a bunch. Pour bleach on, and then while it's wet, put your stamp on the bleach towel and then stamp on the paper. Cool. Where she had one here, decided to dedicated water paint and brush for bleach. Yep. Great. Good ideas, everyone. So I'm going to emboss these. So this is the heat tool. I actually don't mind this one that isn't stamped properly. It actually looks really good. So you could use either. Yeah, I'd love if Stampin' Up brought back the embossing buddy. We really need it. There must have been a reason why. Oh, doing your shower favours for your daughter's bridal shower. Oh, you do that one too. Why not? Good. So that's just some of the new embossing buddy that I've got, just the powder. So that comes off really easy, which is good. And then all we've got to do is do some choppy. Cut these sentiments out. Now with your grid paper, what you do is you just curl it up in a little thing like that, and whee, pop it all back in. So it's a really nice, neat way of doing it. So if you don't have like a little container, don't stress, just put it on your grid paper. Put on your, if you don't have your mini grid paper, definitely get some of that, because it's just so, I use all the time. I love my mini grid. It's become my new favorite grid paper because it helps you line up, helps you get things straight, helps protect your workspace, helps you put away your embossing powder. It's brilliant. So what do we have for our sentiments? I'm feeling like we need, what did I use the other day? We've got the Hippo and Friends, which is a really good go-to. That one there. I really like, it was the touches of texture. No. Perfect mates. Because I used the I'll have a look in here actually, because it will tell me exactly which one it is that I used and which ones I really like. So yeah, Tasteful Labels. Sorry, I keep calling it Tasteful Touches, but it's Tasteful Labels that I really like. But you might even find in the Messages die, which is really handy, even though it's a big lot, you can use this to cut out like simple sentiments as well. We might use that one actually, just so I can show you how that works. So, oh yeah, there's the Tasteful. I'll just bring that out. And Many Messages, LMNOP. Did I put it in alphabetical order? No, of course not. I was using it. Let's bring you out. Where have I put you, little Messages die? I've been a bit naughty lately. I haven't been putting things away properly. Sorry, Bruno and Jessie. But you pay for these things. Oh, there's another really good one. Ornate Frames. So it's still around, Ornate Frames. Or have we not removed it? I'm checking, because that's a really cool one. Ornate Frames. Ah, yes, they're still around. That's a really cool one, that one. So we'll keep that one out just in case. Tasteful Labels. Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. I don't know where my Messages one has gone. It's probably on the table here somewhere, because we use that one a lot. In fact, I think, Bruno, you may have used it the other night for a card you made. Is it on the bench here? I think it could be, because I really want to show you that one. Yeah, it's definitely not in here. As you can see, we definitely do everything on the fly around here. I might have to just use the other one. No Messages dies. I'll see if Bruno happens to have it in his room. Oh, of course, there's another spot. I don't know where anything is in here anymore. Thank you, assistant.
There it is.
Thank you. He's got new ways of filing things that I haven't caught up with. I'm like, why are they not in the normal spot? So, Messages, here it is. Really cool. But will it fit what we need? I think this one here might be good. Might be a little bit small though. So maybe after all of that we might end up using... Oh, but then again, we don't want it too big, do we? And then the other one, Feel Better Friend. That one's actually really cute with it. Ooh, oh, it's too small. Yeah, I think we might end up using, after all of that, the ornate frames. I think we've got things in here that I really like. And I haven't used this set for a while because I really like that. Look how gorgeous that is. Yeah, I really like that. And then the thanks. That one might be too small, yes. That one's too big, but I will show you a little trick with this, which is fun. When it's too long, you can actually shorten it. So let me show you those two. Let's do some choppy with those. I'm going to keep my ornate here and the cover, and the rest can sit here to be put away properly. It's so weird not being able to find something in this room. I'm going to have to do a call a meeting to find out where things belong in here now. Get the memo. What's the memo? Where is everything? But I think I know where it all is now. Or I might change it back. Change it back to the way that I like. So I'll bring my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I had a lady ring me the other day who wants to get the new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. She's got one of the old cutting machines and it's about to have its day. And I just said to her, why don't you join? Like, then you can get it, instead of paying like over $200 for it, then you can get it for $169 and have freebies left over. It's like, hello. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the light happening there. Good. I think that looks lined up. And if you're a bit worried about your dies not lining up properly or staying in place, the washi tape is amazing for keeping these in place. But if you're super careful, like so, then you can actually... Oh, did I put the right... No, I didn't put the other one on. Then you can actually do it without washi. But it is very handy washi tape. So please bring washi tape back, Stampin' Up. Oh my goodness, I cannot find anything today. It's because I haven't been in my stamp room all week. I need to have it play in here and then I know where everything is. I've got chaos reigning in this room. Chaos is reigning. Found it, everyone. You can stop looking, everyone. So, actually, I wonder what that looks. Ooh, yeah. I'm glad it didn't work. There was a reason. So I actually like it better that way. There we go. Yay! There we go. And then the thanks. Oh, that looks so cute. Oh, I love it. So that one, I'm making sure that that goes straight back onto the magnetic plate to not be lost. There we go. It's on there. And this one. So what we're going to do is we'll cut this once and we're going to cut it so that it's like relatively close to the edge. And do that. Oh, just moved. I don't want that moving. Sorry if I'm missing comments. Oh, come on, guys. Thumbs up. There we go. So that will go through. And then when we come back, what you can do is cut it again. Yep, that looks good there. And it means you get the same look, but it's shorter. Oh, look at that. Can you see how cool that is? So just, you can shorten any of your dies by doing that. It just fits nicer on there. I think it was too long otherwise. And we don't want to cover up that beautiful background that we've just made. So I like having the smaller sentiments there. And we'll put that back somewhere on here and put it back in its little case. I think it sits in this one here. Yes, that's cool. So yeah, I'm using a few of the ones that I haven't used in a while because the stitch, you sort of get used to, or I tend to anyway, gravitate to certain ones all the time. But I think I'm going to have to bring out the ornate frames more often because it's a really great die set, that one. Good. And just ice cream cone, scoop. And it, like when you scoop it, it'll come round and in. Okay, now, piece of resistance. How's everyone going? Nice tip on the die. Oh, good. Glad you like that tip. And, oh, look how gorgeous that looks. So if we wanted to, we can cover that little splotchy bit over there. And I think it actually looks quite good there. Sometimes when I'm covering a mistake, I don't like where it's landing, but I actually really like it there. So we'll cover up that bit. Done. And I'm using my Dimmies dimensionals to stick that down. And if you wanted to, you could even do some beautiful thread or something like that to just sort of, you know, bring that in. I'll just show you here what you can do, because we've got this new twine as well, which is gorgeous. And we'll use some of the black actually. And this comes in a set of 5, this baker's twine. And if you've never been good at two-silling, as it's called, this is my hot tip for you. I put some dimensionals on and then I sort of wrap it around to make it look like, you know, it all just fell in place. But in actual fact, I'm using the dimensionals as my friend. We'll see if we even like it at the end. We may not like it. But that's some two-silling. So if we have a look here, nah, I don't want it. But you can play around with it a bit. I know people love the two-silling, and yeah, they're very good at it. Maybe if it was more of a neutral colour, it would be okay. But because this is just such a beautiful background, I really don't want to take away from it. So I'm going to pop it there. Oh, so pretty. And then we've got this one. So where would we like this to go? Yeah, I'm vibing down here because there's a bit of space here. So it's grounding it quite nicely. Yep, I really like it there. It's covering that little space there really nicely. So a couple of dimensionals. And then we pop that on. So hopefully as you're watching this, you're just crafting along, or maybe you're cooking, or maybe you're even doing some cleaning. Whatever makes all those chores more fun, hey? And then the last step that we want to do is just our insert, because we don't want naked nudie cards, do we? So we just are going to stamp these two really plain. Like I don't have to colour it if I don't want to, or if I wanted to step it up, I could colour them. But one is going to be this one, and then the other one this one. Hopefully you can't, oh, you're good. just pop my thread away here. Yeah, so just in case you haven't seen that thread, it's really pretty stuff. And you probably, you know what would actually have looked nicer when we did the two sling, and that's probably a really good idea, is just pulling this apart, because I think it was too thick. But maybe if you just used, and you can pull it apart and then just pull and use one thread, because you want it to be quite thin. So there you go, you can grab all this out, and that would probably look better with your two sling, and just do exactly what I did before, but just with one thread. And then you can still keep all the others. Yeah, so just a little tip with the thread, it's probably better having it thinner. So let's do the memento, and we've got our Stampin' Pierce mat here, just to get a really nice crisp image. I'm going to stamp it in the corner, or both corners I think. One here, and then I can rotate and do one up the top as well. So one side looks like it's all flowers, and then this side we can do smaller but have the leaves showing. So pretty. And that's going to be the inside of the card. And then we have this one here. Because it's really nice to decorate the inside. And you can go to town. Like, there's so many things that you can do. Like, you can add designer series paper on the inside. You can, like we saw Megan's card, it was so pretty, having the bunch of flowers on the inside. How fun. And this one, I'm just going to use this flower. Good. Well done. We'll stick that on in the inside of our card. Make sure that we've got the right one for the right insert. Not that it would matter really. They both would look good. Oh, that one's the... I've got to put it in the bin. Put it in the bin, Kylie. Stop picking up the empty bottle. This is it. I'm like, yeah, this is full. There we go. Good. And this one. I'm glad I did the two together, because it's just, I would never have, realised that the green was going to go yellow. Such a cool technique. And I flicked it. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, so pretty. Really happy with those. With my blends over here. So we've had a really good play with our beautiful new ink colours. Aren't they gorgeous? What do we all think? Are we excited? And we're excited about the bleaching technique. It's so much fun. I don't know if she has a tutorial, but I'll have to ask her actually. And see what she says. I will. I don't know if Megan's here today. Normally she's on the live videos. But yeah, maybe she'll watch the replay and pop it below if she does have a tutorial. Maybe she watched someone and got the tutorial from someone. I'm cleaning. Are you proud of me, everyone? Oh, thank you, Pammy. I'm doing my see. So good. Oh, I'm so happy. How amazing are they? Never would have thought that this is how the card. I hadn't even made it. I just knew that I wanted to do the same formula, and the formula was to Use a stamp set that you can colour in, that's an outline stamp set. So you can do this with any stamp set that has an outline. Create your background and then use your water painters or your blender pens to, and it was saffron. Yeah, we decided on saffron. To then bring out the colour, and then just a really simple small sentiment because you don't want to cover up that background too much. But yeah, do it with any outline stamp set, and I'd love to see what you come up with. And as you can see, if you use your pinks, then you're going to have white. If you use your greens, you're going to have yellows with the bleach, and if you use your purples, then it's going to go that blue colour. So really, really pretty, easy to do. And you can replicate this same technique and this same layout for so many different cards. Even if you don't want to do the bleaching, you could just use your blends like colour on colour too. Yeah. So there you go. Isn't that exciting? Thank you so much for being here today. I'm just going to go full screen so that I can, do you like that? I'm going to zhuzh my hair. I've been busy crafting. Gorgeous. Yay. Love it. Chop it. Thank you so much for all staying. We've had an epic one today, almost 2 hours. Wow, that was fun. So if you need any products at all, if you need any support here in Australia, we're happy to support you. Lovely to see you all here today. Some of you may have seen I've got some sad news this week, which I didn't sleep too well a couple of nights ago, but I just want to send a big shout out and lots of love to our beautiful friends Troy and Larissa, and these beautiful boys. We've got the oldest one in red, Ezekiel, Lincoln's in the bumblebee colour, and the beautiful baby boy sadly died yesterday, little Angus Evan, 4 days old. So please keep this beautiful family in your thoughts and in your prayers and keep them in mind. They don't know exactly what has happened at this stage to cause his death, which is just so devastating for them. So Troy and Larissa are mum and dad, and we send them a lot of love. So just remember that we have this beautiful, beautiful gift of card making. So there's a lot of people that have asked, can they send them a card? Please, yes, please message us, contact us. We're going to be sending them to us here and then forwarding it on to them. So if you wanted those details, just contact us. I know it's just so awful. There's so many people that are suffering right now. So just send us a link to that address if you'd like to send them a card. You know, it's what we do. It's just so important to think of these ones that are suffering. And we have a beautiful gift to think of these ones that are going through such a tough time. And it's just so difficult because you just think, what on earth can we do to show love? What on earth can we do to help these beautiful people? But your prayers, your thoughts, and your beautiful cards are exactly why we do what we do. So yes, it's really, really heartbreaking. Mum and dad are doing really well. I've spoke to them the last couple of days and they're doing incredible, but it's probably just that really challenging sort of numb stage where it's just disbelief that has happened. So over the couple of months, they've organised, friends and family have organised food, and you know they're doing a lot. They've got a lot of support, washing, cleaning. There's people at their home all day and all night to support them. And they're getting a lot of love. Like they've even had to purchase a new freezer because there's just so much food and so much love. But it is something that they'll have to cope with forever. I don't think you'll ever get over something like that. So please think about our beautiful card making and what it means to people. If you see things on Facebook, I'm always constantly sort of looking on Facebook to see ones that I can send cards to around the world. that have lost loved ones or have maybe heard that they've got cancer or something like that. And just, reach out and send a card. Let them know that you're thinking of them. Thank you, everyone, for your beautiful thoughts. It's really sad. But we also thank you too, and the reason why I know firsthand just how much it means to us. We've just posted probably our last sympathy. We'll probably still have sympathy cards coming through, but we've just done a little post, like cards that we've received in the mail. And some of these were sympathy cards, but also thank you cards as well. I'll just have a little look here to see. And I can't even express how much it means to us to have received all these cards. So that's how I know firsthand just how much it means to people to receive it all. So we have 4 parts of all the beautiful cards that we've received around the world. If you're one of those people that sent us a card, thank you so much. We really, really just appreciate it so much. We even had this beautiful pillow that Elaine actually hand cross-stitched for us, which is so beautiful and kind. But some absolutely beautiful cards here that people have sent from around the world, New Zealand, here in Victoria. It's just, so this community is so special. Please appreciate what we have with each other during this time, and the challenges that we go through, to just look out for one another. Look out for even people you don't know in your neighborhood, in your community. Maybe you hear of a neighbor that's going through a tough time. There's so much power in a card. Like it's like a warm hug. It's I'm thinking of you during a really tough time. You've been thought of, you've been remembered. It is so much bigger than just a card. It's not just a card. It's so much more than that. There's so much emotion and so much attached to a card. Look at all these beautiful, beautiful cards. Like, thank you all so, so much. And that was just like part 4 of 4 different lots of cards that we've received. So thank you all very, very much. It's Troy and Larissa. Yeah, but contact me and I'll give you all the details and the kids' names, and you can send it to us and we'll pass on all of your cards to them, because they're going to need it for the next months, years. Yeah, even if you can't do it now, even if you do it 6 months later, it's still going to mean a lot to them that they're still being thought of, because they're never going to forget this. This never goes away. So it's really important that we think of them. So thank you all very, very much for being here. Thank you for your support, for all that you do for the community and for other people, the love that you're sharing around the world today. When we think about other people rather than ourselves, we're going to be so much happier, because then it just puts everything in perspective, and it helps us to stay positive despite challenging situations, because we do have things that we can be happy about despite challenging situations. So try and focus on the good, try and focus on the joy in the day, maybe journal and write it down, and think about who you can actually bring light and happiness to in the world through our card making. Yeah. Love you all. Love you. Big hugs. And we'll see you next week. And Bruno made an amazing card that hopefully he does a video on, but he used the Beauty of the Earth suite with acetate with a window, and it's like a fold card. And we will definitely check out Megan's card, and hopefully we can make that together in the future, because that's really cool. I'd love to do something like that. So thank you all, and thank you to those watching the replay. Please share. If there's anything that you can do to let others know to keep sending cards, make a card, send a card, #random act of kindness. Don't just make these beautiful cards, but get them out. And if you are attached to the card, make 2, make 10. Hugs. Mwah. We'll speak to you all soon. Love you. Bye.